Hey, what's up, everybody? I just had this idea of every couple of weeks or so, or whenever Epic is releasing or about to release new builds of the pre-alpha of Unreal Tournament, um, I thought I'd do these videos where I share with you some of the upcoming changes to the game, things Epic has been working on behind the scenes. For most of you, you're maybe not actively involved in contributing to the game, and we have some areas where we discuss among the contributors and the developers um, things that are going to be changed in the game, and they have these commit bots, which members of the Unreal Tournament team, they post these commits and they show up, and we get to see like the latest changes which have been made. And so I thought I would share most of the more relevant ones with you from the past couple of weeks, things that you should expect either in the next build or in subsequent builds in the next few weeks or couple of months or whatever. They might not all appear in the next build, but you should be able to expect them soon. And what I see going on in the forums is people are often complaining about Epic not paying attention to this or that feature, or they're posting suggestions in general about the game, and they might not know or really have any way of knowing that Epic are actually working on the things that they're asking for. But again, it's not really a secret. It's just something that most people really don't bother going and looking at on this IRC channel. And I mean, you have the stream and everything for weekly updates, but the Unreal Tournament team, they don't really always remember to mention every specific little feature, and that would actually be quite boring for them to do so. So I thought maybe this kind of supplemental video, doing it every few weeks or something, will help on the communication side of things. So you're not releasing Epic are such poor communicators, because I mean they are communicating with us who are actually contributing, and I guess perhaps it's up to us to kind of be ambassadors between the company and you guys. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and scroll through some of these changes. And not all of them are so interesting. That's the thing. But others, there's some interesting things going on. For instance, a little further back here, these commits here that I have on the screen, this was just before the latest playtest session that happened at Epic, where Hypno and members of the media community and lots of people went to this latest playtest event, and some of these commits are from before that, and there are a few from after that as well, after Epic got some good playtest feedback. So one of the earlier ones, I'm not going to show all of them to you really, because it's quite a long list, and this video could easily take like 20-30 minutes. But one interesting one, for me at least, was now they're working on DM Morbius, which is obviously a classic map. I don't know what this TACOM system is exactly, but I'm guessing that it's some kind of team communication system that they're working on. Okay, you really got to watch out for these commits by Josh Marlowe, because I mean most of the guys are like posting these serious commits, and he's just posting song lyrics and stuff. So I don't know if maybe he's running a bit of distraction on the important stuff, or I don't know. Lots of fixes for like crashes and stuff like that, but Material Lovin', Material McLovin. Well, that's kind of actually relevant, more relevant than usual for his comments. Updated binaries. I'm just trying to find some of the more interesting updates. I mean, so many small little things that I don't really understand them enough to give you context on what they're doing. But, and I mean, a lot of conversation goes on as well, like I said, between the community and the developers. And I mean, if I don't actually explain what you're seeing all the time here, at least you can see it yourself, and that's part of the point. You can decide for yourself what's important to you. But I'll try and highlight some of the more important stuff. I mean, improved CTF overtime and halftime announcements, added scoring reward messages for CTF. There's lots of CTF related changes for the scoreboard, the announcements, the scoring. I know I found a bug in Capture the Flag scoring where it was actually truncating one digit. And so like if you had a score of 3096 or something like that, it would only show 309. and in your player stats, like if you go to the HTML-based player stats, it would show the full number, and so that's how I noticed it. I was like, wait a second, that's a lot more than I thought I had when I was in the game. So they've already got that fixed. There goes Josh again. Oh, you silly boy. Expose some game rules to blueprint defaults. Well, that could be good because, I mean, I don't know if this is relevant to this, but I've been trying to work with blueprints to create some custom game types, and man, it's kind of difficult to access anything that'll really help me change the gameplay, like the scoring and all that stuff. So, I mean, the more that they expose to blueprints, the better, obviously. Modding definitely has a ways to go yet, and that's understandable since we are in pre-alpha. Spectating system. Hooty hoo. Okay. Very interesting. Added spectator cams to a few deathmatch maps. I guess that kind of sets like default positions for cameras or something, I don't know. First pass hidden weapon support. Don't show team victory message at the end of a duel match, because you're not really a team, it's just one-on-one. Yeah, here's a good one. Somebody was asking about options for like helping us fight against cheaters. I mean, that's an issue, and it's probably going to be like new cheats popping up all the time, so it's like Epic can't possibly stay on top of every single new hack that comes along. So what we need are some options for the community to be able to take matters into their own hands. And I mean, there's a fine line for this because you don't want a whole bunch of false accusations going around. For example, I was reading on the forums just a little earlier that there's an issue that some of these cheaters, they take the names of like the bots from Unreal Tournament, the original game, like, well, or the earlier games, like Matrix, and the point is that there's this actual legitimate clan player who is like, I mean, I can't really say much about his personality or anything, I don't know him, but I assume at least that he's an upstanding member of the community and that he has done nothing wrong himself, but he just happened to share the same name, Matrix, as this cheater, because Matrix is one of the bots from Unreal Tournament. But again, it's a common name too, so he entered a server and this other Matrix had been in there, and so everybody started accusing him of being the cheater. So we need to be careful about how we use this feature that's being implemented, which is kick voting that temp bans a player for the rest of the map. So we need to make sure that we actually saw them doing something questionable. Not only questionable, but it should be totally clear that what they were doing was cheating. Because we shouldn't be ruining the experience of legitimate players and making false accusations. So let's use this stuff responsibly. And I mean, this is something that we've been asking for, and now they've given it to us, so I hope that this ends up being a solution for us, or at least, not if not the solution, then at least it helps alleviate the problem. This is also interesting. There's an autocam, which now switches based on which players it finds interesting. This is obviously for the spectating system. Increased flak primary spread, you only live once. Well, I think I just came across a forum post that was like actually complaining that the spread was too wide. Let's see, flak cannon needs a fix. And I mean, they posted these images that show that the current spread of the flak cannon is already extremely wide compared to Unreal Tournament 2004. So they say that like even at mid-range it's just not very effective. And I mean, my initial reaction is that I would agree with their assessment there. But anyway, Something to think about there. Epic. The scoreboard layout fixes. Improved CTF scoring play summary. Some cosmetic stuff. Oh yeah, okay. Kingmaker crown, currency, and TACOM changes. That was another thing I wanted to talk about. I don't really have much to say about it, really, as I have no clue what it's actually about, but I just wanted to bring it up because some of you might have an idea about it and be interested in that. Acceleration options in mouse user interface. Basics of a plugin for expandable AI in UT. Ooh, that's interesting. So what I gather from that is we'll be able to kind of extend on the intelligence of the artificial intelligence ourselves. How that'll work exactly? No idea. I'm guessing you'll still have to be kind of a genius coder to handle that kind of thing, but at least the hook is there. Shorter end of match delay for non-capture the flag game types. Yeah, I mean, that can definitely kind of be a downer on the momentum when you're playing online or offline. I mean, I often find there's way too much wait time between maps. Fixed issue causing errors in ping calculations. So sometimes you can get the wrong ping, maybe significantly so, advertised to you. So maybe you think you have a lower ping and you actually have higher ping, or vice versa. I don't know. We'll need to hear more about that. And that's about it for this update. So I hope hope you found some of this interesting, and let me know if you'd like to see more of these videos. If I don't get very good response from this, I won't bother doing any more. But if you're one of those community members who don't really like coming into the IRC channels, or paying attention every single day, this might be a good way for you to get updates. So if you want them, let me know that you want more, and I'll keep doing them.